A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. He left there and returned to his hometown. His disciples came along. On the Sabbath, he gave a lecture in the meeting place. He made a real hit, impressing everyone. "We had no idea he was this good," they said. "How did he get so wise all of a sudden? Get such ability?" But in the next breath, they were cutting him down. "He's just a carpenter, Mary's boy. We have known him since he was a kid. We know his brothers, James, Justus, Jude, and Simon, and his sisters. Who does he think he is?" They tripped over what little they knew about him and fell sprawling, and they never got any further. Jesus told them, "A prophet has little honor in his hometown, among his relatives, on the streets he played in as a child." Jesus wasn't able to do much of anything there. He laid hands on a few sick people and healed them, that's all. He couldn't get over their stubbornness. He left and made a circuit of other villages, teaching. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to Mark, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6. They took offense at him. What was his offense? His background was the same as theirs. He was just like them. Is not this the carpenter? But he had not remained in the role the village had assigned to him. Villages can be intensely conservative places. The word conservative is in itself a good word. To conserve is to keep intact, to guard. But everything depends on what one is trying to conserve. The best or the worst. Because of the human capacity for self-deceit, we can use a fine word to make mean things look good. The smaller the society, the more controlling this narrow spirit. Beneath the charm of the rural town or village, there often lurks a lethal intolerance. Nazareth was such a place. It is very hard to make any headway with people who knew your father and mother. They see all your life as the child you were. Even when you are a middle-aged man or woman, they see where you came from and they remember all your youthful mistakes. If they are villagers, they also want to make sure you are not getting above yourself. Who does he think he is? This is a sort of envy, or perhaps something more primitive, a tribal spirit. It tries to destroy you, or at least to discredit you, if you are not just like everyone else. How often do we find such attitudes and reactions in our church communities? How often have we dealt with others with our prejudices? The terrible reality is that this village narrowness, this belittlement works. It tied Jesus' hands. He could work no miracles there. It's a frightful thought that we have the ability to prevent miracles. Think of the occasions where the miracles that could have happened in our church, in our parish, in our community did not happen because of our prejudices and narrow-mindedness, because of our refusal to accept and appreciate our brothers and sisters for what they are. He was only a carpenter and the son of a carpenter, and the villagers wanted to keep him in his place. But elsewhere in the Gospel says, He broke through their midst and went his way. We have to break through the midst of many hurdles in order to become adult Christians. Yes, Jesus said, we must be like children. We must have their qualities of simplicity, honesty, and freshness.